Marks.
Right here.
I don't have enough health.
Yeah, I tried.
We gotta work on grabbing that spirit when it comes out, Calvis. It smacked Diddy into the stomach. I got the boss.
Third fate.
Dodge of Doom. 5 seconds to feast. Finish off the ads.
Tranking.
Got that one. Alright, hero. Time warp. Lycon, thank you. And combo pots if you haven't used them. Get that far one, Caldos. Very nice. Good damage.
Spread out.
Marks.
Third fate.
And you're literally running away from me as I was running to you. Alright, he's coming out. Where's he at? I got him. Good job on the spirit.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3. Run away, little girl. Run away.
Staying alive, staying alive. Remember your health stones. Beast. Finish off the remaining ads. Well, we have a touch doom in the middle, so that's not great.
Cranking.
But we got this, guys.
You get devotion aura.
Get that get that first one, Caldo.
Empiric Embrace.
Finish him off. Good job, guys. Warrior Hunter Shaman Monk tier. You always get that one.
Gold. Love it.
Nobody needs Auspec roll for Warforged or otherwise.
I know not what further atrocities Gul'dan has unleashed in this place.
Alright,
Entire Citadel seized
fireplace.
Gul'dan's corruption. A second portal is nearby.
I'm gonna private message you something.
While I break the
Done.
cells and attune the portal to his location.
Because we need to quickly establish something. Healy Cape with the socket. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice 2 roll. Here you go. I'm in combat, so I can't take that portal for whatever reason. Are we boycotting this car? Well, we're gonna go do Zakuun, and then we're gonna come back to Iskar. So if you're still having trouble with your UI on Iskar, then you know, we'll discuss it over the break and try and get it up to speed.
Give me a minute. I think my mom's having issues.
Where is everybody going? I'm still in combat. I can never get upstairs after working. It's always me. Alright, I'm up there now. Let's get started on trash. Aldos, after you. Who got picked? Bubble out of it? Is that what they're coming out of it? Oh boy. Well, that could have gone better. but that could have also gone worse, so.
Sorry about that.
I'm a monkey of whatever sorts.
Yeah, I've gotten that the other day on my mage. It was weird.
Alright. Well, I am now a tank monkey, so. Nah, are you kidding?
Yeah, knocked him right into them.
Well, that's why I was trying to pull them back in the first place. Finish off the burster, please. Alright, I don't know who has the most aggro on the dogs, but I'm gonna try and take this guy into the other room.
Looks like Carlos has him.
Did they ignite?
Yep.
We gotta take them out one at a time. Please put single target skull. Do not AoE. They could have gone a lot worse, but we should avoid that in the future by pulling them back.
I mean, I had a good time.
Glad you did. It's still a no-no until you can prevent everybody from dying in that situation.
And sorry, Fire, I didn't have enough mats to take it up to level 6. I can check about what I can do later, but it'll take me probably 10 minutes or so to do it.
Gonna ook you in the duker. Anybody remember that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why you do this?
Still holding out hope, Hellspring. Your precious horde will serve.
Alright, watch out for Superman.
Slaves.
Okay. Not green. Okay, same kind of deal. Like how we do it in normal, you know, we're gonna have melee towards the skull, range towards blue. The only difference is we have to pay extra attention to the pillars and the waves, and where we take the seed. The closer we keep all the pillars, the better off the attempts will go. Once we dedicate a pillar to an area, we want to keep the pillar in the pillars in that area. And the closer, like, we want to try and keep the preference is the closest we come to the boss while keeping them in a corner. So if we can get the pillars in the X or moon corners, then that is preference. However, there is a chance that won't happen. So, we want to designate them to the wall or the corners, as much as possible. Preferably at most one side. So, either X and moon side, X and circle side, X or circle and diamond side, etc., etc. You want to keep it, you want to designate it to one side, so that we're not, running all over the place, trying to dodge waves and, trying to intercept waves. So, the people with latent energy need to be aware. If you soak a pillar, you cannot take a wave for 2 minutes, and that includes, the melee. Which means you need to be aware of all the abilities that send out waves. That's Cavern, that's the tank coming out of the Soul Cleave, and that's the Seeds of Destruction. So you need to be aware of those abilities and dodge those waves as much as possible. The goal is to not get hit while you have latent energy. If you don't have latent energy, if you don't soak a pillar, you need to be intercepting those waves if they're about to hit a pillar. We need to protect those pillars so that they don't do AoE damage to the raid. However, you don't want to just be standing and taking waves because they do hurt. So, you want to keep that in mind as you're intercepting waves. You want to pop a personal cooldown. You want to be, any self heals, whatever. anything to reduce the damage you want to be using while intercepting those pillars. Biggest thing is during the disarm phase when he throws his axe. That's going to be the biggest damage period of the fight. So when he throws his axe, that's the time to be using health stones. That's the time to be using personal cooldowns, because the axe is emitting an AoE. You have seeds going out, and you have possible pillar collision and latent energy collision. So you just want to be aware that there's a lot of damage in this disarm phase. When he goes in rage, he has all of his abilities. So we want to be aware of that as well. Seeds and pillars will be going out, as well as cavitation waves will be going out. Soul cleave waves will not be going out, so you don't have to worry about that. Calvos, what is the easiest color for you to see as far as the markers go?
I would not say anyone is any easier to see than the others.
Okay. Mark myself then. As soon as he's disarmed and in that enraged phase, me and you need to pick a spot and stand steady. So we want to prevent as much moving around as possible during those phases, because that heavy-handed will just nuke the melee if they're nearby. So yeah, the disarm phase, we just pick a spot, don't move. And melee, you also have to be aware of that, is that heavy-handed strikes the closest person next to the tank. So if you are, if you're nearby in that range, you're gonna get smacked. So you want to do your best to kind of keep yourselves behind the boss as much as possible. I know there's going to be some circumstances that's going to prevent that, but as much as possible, stay behind the boss. But otherwise, this fight is a lot of just paying attention to the pillars and the abilities that send out the waves, and either intercept or dodge the waves as necessary. So every time we've been to this boss and encountered him, we have killed him, so it could be a relatively easy thing. Do I not have a rune? I don't have a rune. Everybody is ready, let's go ahead and DB and pull.
Five, four, three,
3 potions.
2, 1.
We will reap your souls. Behold the power
Fishers,
of the Legion.
keep the one closest to X.
Corrupt souls are so easily harvested.
We fouled on Diddy and Sarlacc.
We will cleave your souls in twain.
Where you going, Caldos?
On orange.
Beware. We leave destruction in our wake. Behold the
Watch your back on orange, he's coming out. Fishers, keep the one nearest moon.
struggle. Not even their combined might will be enough to save you.
We fouled Wardoc and Alexiel.
When I next face your foul legion.
Don't click on me. We are going to orange.
Beware. We leave destruction in our wake.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Waves coming out, watch your back. Caldos, I'm coming to you.
5,
Leads go to the back corners.
3, 2, 1.
5, 4,
Deeds, back corners, as far as you
Vampiric
can get.
embrace.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
we sow the seed
Deeds, back corner, as far as you can get.
to beware.
Good job, guys. Take my markers away. Keep the one closest to the boss? Yeah. And then, just come off that pillar a little bit, Calbus. When it comes up. There you go. I mean, he didn't move, but...
We will cleave your souls in twain.
He's
Oh,
about to
they're
hit
orange.
rage.
Beware.
Capitation.
Destruction in our way.
Enrage. Speed to the back of the room as much as possible. Keep the one closest to X nearest towards the gate.
You gonna hero?
Yes, please, hero.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Speeds towards the back of the room as much as possible.
Beware.
Capitation. Keep the one towards Moon.
You cannot contain our power.
Good one shot, guys. Hellrender dropped.
Yeah.
Soon the portal will take us to Gul'dan. My thanks to you. Now,
Prospect.
I have a trophy to carve.
I think Dark has Calamit's Edge. Yeah. Or the guy who rolled lost spec.
I just did.
Yeah. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Red Sella. Intellect Cape. Haste multi-strike. Prospect.
I don't know if it'll be a help or not, but I'll roll.
Well, if you're not
Go
sure, can I give it
ahead
to
and give it
Alexio?
to Alexio.
Alright.
Yeah.
Reps. And then, do we have any malwares? Haste multi-strike? Fire police. If that's even an upgrade. Off spec. D. Alright. Reps. And we're moving on to Iskar. Monkey's coming. You can get up the slope. Love how there's not even an animation for the roll, I just like do this like little jump. I'm gonna pull. Are you ready? Well, I guess I'll pull when it gets back. Actually, no, let's pull the middle. Are we ready?
You are too late. The corruption is nearly complete.
Alright, remember your personals. Alright, robot's dead. Alright. Thank you for getting my markers up. Alright, so does everybody have a UI setup that allows them to see, to pass the eye quickly and effectively? And if you don't, hit not ready. Because that's the biggest thing about this fight. That's the biggest difference about, you know, normal to heroic. Besides the damage, is that you know, the eye needs to be passed relatively quickly in order for success. So we need to pass it, you know, as quickly as possible. Wardoc, you're my guy for dispels, but not the interrupt guy. If you guys need to pass the eye to somebody, you're gonna pass it to either me or Wardoc. But, you know, we're passing it for wins, and we need to pass the eye quickly for wins. So, like, Bam, 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 and then back to whoever it needs to go to. If we have wins, like especially like I can't stress it enough. If we transition into one of the ad phases while wins is still going on, it's really important we get that eye passed around and to Wardoc, so that he can dispel or I can interrupt. You need to get it to me first so that I can interrupt, and then Wardoc. So after the wins, if there's an ad phase, pass it to me, and then we'll get it to where it needs to go, just to be on the safe side. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, you're saving the ring for the ad phases. Get them down as quickly as possible. We are using Hero on phase 3. We're getting that Raven down as quickly as possible. So, actually, I'm gonna switch something up. I'm gonna try something for the sake of trying something that I think will be easier. Instead of the Raven, get the Warden down as quickly as possible. Because the Raven doesn't show up immediately, but the Warden does. Just get the Warden down as quickly as possible. Pop Hero, get the Warden down, then the Raven. Since I'm holding the eye, basically, anyway. That way I don't have to keep switching between the Warden and the Raven, trying to keep aggro on them both. Anybody have any questions? Dark, do you need flasks, or? Alexio? Do you need flasks? Okay. Well, we have plenty in the goat bank, so. Everybody is ready, so let's go ahead and DB and pull.
Five, four, three, two, one.
The shadows will envelop you!
Chakram?
Range moving to green, melee to purple.
3, 2, 1.
We got wins. That's to the Alexio and Starlock. Karen's falling off fast. Well,
Bye.
guys, we gotta pass it. What are we doing? Go ahead and wipe it up. That's 2 DPS down. Just jump off the side. Dark, what happened there?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, Alexio, sorry. It seemed like it never left you. Maybe a UI bug or something?
I tried to pass it to Karen's and his guard sister wouldn't let me, so I passed to Alexio.
Okay.
And it looked like she was in range.
If you can't pass it to somebody for whatever reason, pass it to me because I'm like in the center map. So I'll always be in range of pretty much anybody, especially if they're about to fall off.
Alexio had the win, so that's why I passed it to him.
Oh, well, I mean, that makes sense.
But I showed Karen's in range, but it wouldn't let me pass to her. I tried clicking on it 3 times.
Karen's, why weren't you running against it? It just seemed like you were standing still.
I was trying to click to pass.
You didn't have the eye.
I know.
Okay, well, it seems like there was a lot of mishap there, so Let's shake it off, and we'll bounce back. Better to get the early wipe out of the way.
Slides, please.
If we're gonna wipe, I'd rather it be, you know, immediately. So let's shake it off, and you know, I believe I've said before how much I hate this bird. So
Once or twice.
let's
He's an
clip
ass.
let's clip his fucking wings so we can be done with it. No, you should like if you can pass it, just pass it. Like, you know, don't wait for me to call it out. Alright, everybody's ready, so let's DBM pull.
Five, four, three, two,
Three
one.
potions.
The shadows will envelop you!
Chakram.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wins. Alexiel. Wardoc, Sarlacc, Diddy, Alexiel. And back to me.
Chakram.
Chakram.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Karen's. Get in the center.
Beware. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good damage.
Back to moon.
Back to moon.
Chakram.
I always hate it after ad phases. There's so much fire in the middle. Here comes winds.
User disconnected from your channel.
Good passing, guys. Pass it to me. Dock 'em.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Alright, off he goes.
Beware.
Yo, word up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beware. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The moon.
Passing around the eye. Pass it quickly. We got a bomb going out. Dispel it and then pass it. Get the skull down.
5, 4,
I need it. Never mind.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Winds pass.
Pass it up. Lycon Karen's fire, please. Keep passing. We're approaching the ad phase, so get ready. Slow your roll on DPS. We're about to hit winds.
5,
Stop
4,
DPS.
3, 2, 1.
Actually, never mind. He didn't do it. Alright, so focus this warden.
beware. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Need it.
Beware.
I have felt corruption for whatever reason.
5, 4,
Alright, Raven next.
2, 1.
Winds.
And then,
4, 3, 2, 1.
I need it. Hurry up. Pass Wardoc. Oh,
a lot of damage. Pass it for the eyes, please.
I'm down.
Five, 4,
Vampiric Embrace.
2, 1.
Well, we got it. It was a little sloppy at the end, but it usually is, so. A lot of mail. All mail. With the exception of the cape, which is agility.
Seal is open. Oh,
Crit Mastery, Heroic Warforge chest. And do you want this hat as well? It's also Heroic Warforge Case Mastery.
Breakers are like the one going on in 8 to the minute.
Alright. And then Agility Cape. Which I think also only Fire Police can use. Unless I take a Frostbite.
I don't need it.
I'll spec. Well, Wardoc can use it. For Feral.
I'm good.
Okay. And DE. That's it. I mean, we had one wipe where, you know, everything went to shit, but, you know, and then we kind of fell apart at the end there, but for the most part, that was really, really, really well improved. So, can I get a DE roll, please? Okay.
No Odessa to roll against you.
Basically.
You need no Odessa to win all the DE rolls.
There wouldn't even be no rolling.
Alright, let's do trash. And we'll think about taking a break there.
Yo, I got whatever's going on here fixed, so.
You need to step out, you're allowed to step out.
Nope, I'm good.
You got an idea. CCs, please. Thank you. Peacemaker, watch laser beams. Crowd control, look away. Dark Repulsor, dirty cheater.
Human, trinket, OP.
Interrupt the cast as much as possible. Alright, robot is walking away, so I want everybody up here. I'm gonna LOS pull. Everybody up here. Quickly. Quickly. A little bit more. We gotta interrupt these cats.
Rip.
You know, for how many people who usually die on that pool, that wasn't that bad. Alright, we're into the robot. Watch laser beam. Power controller. Nobody got hit by that one. Good job. up the cast. Or maybe he just won't cast.
Yeah, remorseless stones to freeze them.
There was knockups, there was freezing, there was stunning. Oh, well, that was a good one, babe.
Sorry.
We still love you, Strawberry.
I mean, everybody makes mistakes, some more than others. Summer doesn't give me a lot of trouble during boss fights, though, so base bowling is kind of forgivable. I am asleep. And he is wailing on me while I'm asleep.
And the binding will be complete.
Can I get a freezing trap on the dot person? You already did it, thank you.
Fight, you fools! Stop them!
Ow. Don't focus on the teleporting guy. He'll follow us. Alright, refresh that trap. Unless he's got a dot on him. Well, never mind. We're on the dot guy. Need a teleporting guy alone, we're on the dot guy.
I should have expected as much.
Alright,
No matter.
let's throw up our break. I know it's an early break, but yeah. Let's get our juices and stuff pumping so that we get this boss down and be ready.
User left your channel. You were moved. User was moved to your channel.
Welcome to the Love Suit. Talk to me, what up?
What?
Wardoc, talk to me.
Oh, my mic was muted. I've been watching a lot of videos on this fight, and in the wide majority of them, during phase 2, they tank the boss in the dead center of the room. And that's been seeming to help a lot with the gift. With the placement of the people.
Because of the angle?
Yeah. And it works for both angles too. It's just an easier way to get a direct line through to the boss.
And it doesn't really change the distances or anything because, well, it either puts you farther away or closer depending on the angle, but...
So for either white portal, if the white portal's on like an angle or a straight line from the boss, you know, it's better for both, honestly.
It's always through the center. I guess I can see that, but then we have a couple of seconds before the Dominator comes up before it goes down. Which, if we're transitioning back into phase 2, that's not really a big deal.
Okay, so is the Dominator grippable? Like, could we pull him from the portal
I could just
to
statue
the boss and cleave him?
I could just statue and taunt him over.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go get some alcohol.
Just make sure you have your statue down before it comes out.
If I have my statue down
Please.
at the portal, then... I mean, it'll walk over to the group anyway, but if I have my statue down right at the portal, it'll be down, or at least nearby, it'll be down at the portal, my statue will grab aggro, and then it can just taunt from there.
Yeah, because you don't want the Dominator to come out and smack somebody. But
that's the thing though, is it's gonna have time. See, I don't even think I might need the statue, because it'll have time from the point where it'll walk to the group, where I can just taunt it anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, we can try it. If it makes it easier, it makes it easier.
It's just going to give a lot more room for people to spread out with the gift. I mean, not spread out, but you can...
My biggest concern is our problem area, and that is our transition.
Yeah, and I think it's going to help with that too.
How so?
Because we're not all like cooped up in a corner. People have room to kind of move around.
I guess. People do better when they don't feel cramped, I guess.
Yeah.
But like that leaves so much room for, hey, I have all this room, let me just, wander out in the middle of, the glue path. People need to be paying attention to that as well. So I'm gonna try. We're gonna give it a shot. But
so what can happen is, here's my idea. I've seen this in a couple videos. What people do is you don't have, I don't know, the line doesn't go directly like into the group to the portal. There's kind of some room between the boss, the group, and then the line. So here, if the boss is where it's at, the soul or whatever, and then we are, let's say the white portal's here. The group is like here. The line can start from like here.
Well, that's the thing though, is like the closer Kaldos is to the group, the farther he's going to end from the portal, which is what we want, because we don't want him going through ghosts. We want him, off the ghosts. So I would almost want him to start his path here, and instead of ending here, he'll end here. You see what I'm saying? So that way he has room to get off the ghosts when he's setting up his set.
Is he doing the line first and then throwing down a trap?
I think so. I don't know.
Because he should be throwing the trap down first. I'm not sure how he's doing that, but
I always throw the line down first. I find it easier, and it helps me get an extra line down. I throw the line down to get myself close, then the trap, and then, you know, I walk back to the boss, hit him a couple times, and then I throw another line down.
I don't know. It's just been all the videos I've
but-
seen, but however he's doing it,
or you could throw the trap down line back, and then, but I mean, like, its cooldown comes back faster.
but anyway, my point was with that, with taking him in the middle, the gift has room to do something like this. Like, okay, say that the line is starting from green.
Which I just got rid of, but use the ball.
Let's say the line's right here. It allows the group to go something like this.
Why? What? Whoa. I'm confused.
Because there's gonna be 4 gifts out at some point.
Yeah?
So the first
So,
2 can go behind it,
Yeah.
and then the next 2 can come out right here.
5,
The ghosts are not gonna come off of the line, and then if they do, those 2 people can shoot them down.
I don't get the purple and blue marks, though. If the line is on green to the portal where we had it, they wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to stand there.
Why not?
Because then they would be off the path.
The ghosts are coming down this way, and
Yeah.
it's not gonna. The ghosts are not gonna come off of the. It's not a very narrow line. I mean, they can stand right next to the sides of it and be fine. By the time the ghosts come to them, they'll probably be dead. They shouldn't even be getting that far in the first place, but if they do,
Well, they're probably going to be honest.
but I'm just saying, if they do, those people can kill them.
Kaldos, I am 100% convinced Kaldos does not utilize the orb like he should.
I don't know. Yeah, our last attempt, Kaldos was messing up a lot, I felt.
Well, there was a lot of nitpicking at each other, and that's why I called the raid early.
Yeah.
Alright, let's head back up.
Alright.
Channel switched. User was moved to your channel.
Alright, sorry about that. Let's do an AFK check. We were discussing strat, because we've done a little bit of research on this fight, to try and make it easier for ourselves. I say we, mostly Wardoc. Is everybody back? Dark Repulse. No problem. Here's what's gonna happen. Interrupts are gonna be myself, then Summer, and then we'll do Liz because Dark Repulse, you expressed not being able to call out your interrupt, which is cool.
Some
So we'll
third
do it.
interrupt.
So we'll do it that way. We'll do myself, then Summer, then Liz. Please call out your interrupts, so that we don't eat one, and that way, if we do eat one, I can have Dark Repulse as a backup. We're gonna change up the strat, and it's not gonna be by much. It's just help positioning. We're gonna do the same thing in phase 1, where we're gonna take the boss over here, and then we're gonna have the ranged over near where we would have the purple marker. Odessa's not standing over there now, so we're gonna have the range stack on that point. The charge is gonna go to the right of the purple marker. So if you are melee, I don't want melee to move from this side of the boss. I know it happens a lot, but melee need to be on this side of the boss. But like, you know, you guys would be like right there roughly, so that you guys can take the charge to the right of that marker as well, so that you guys never get caught in it. So yeah, you take it to the right. You try to stack it on top of each other as much as you can without getting stuck. And then same thing in phase 1. You know, you take the orb out of the group, you get hit by it, you know, take the charge to the right, hold 9 yards. When we get to phase 2, Galvos, you're going to take the robot. You're going to keep the soul of Sokrathar in the center. So we're going to be tanking the boss right here. Whatever portal the what am I trying to say? Whatever portal that the Dominator comes out of, we're going to taunt over the Dominator over to the center, and we're going to kill him. Melee, you should position yourself so that you are on the side that that has the red portal, so that you can reach him, you know, sooner and easier. What this is going to do is, if, for example, let's say the white portal is on silver, the moon, and the purple portal is on the other side of the room. What this is going to allow us to do is, it's going to give us plenty of room on both sides of the boss to move Gift. So, we can move Gift behind the boss, near blue, and if Caldos, you start your charge off the boss, which you usually do, then people can move on this side of the boss as well, and keep that line, so that the ghosts will always be, you know, in line with that glue path, and they'll never go astray. We'll have more room to maneuver, and it'll be overall just a better time for all of us. Now, with people on this side of the boss, you guys will be able to help with ghosts, you know, so that they don't escape the glue path. You know, the longer that they run along that glue path, the better, considering they're also getting hit by the slam and the orb. But, you know, if they need a little extra oomph, you'll be able to do that as well. Ranged, you guys are on the shadow colors, so they need to be dealt with as well. And then melee, if there's not a Dominator up, you are smacking that boss to no end. If there's a portal swap, there's not much we need to do. If, you know, we decide we want to transition, we'll transition. But otherwise, if there's a portal swap, you just, melee, you just switch sides. And, ranged, you shift over. So if you were on orange and let's say the portal swaps from moon to now it's over here, you just shift. So, orange will just shift over here and blue will shift again over there. So that makes, portal swaps really easy. Does that make sense? And then the transition, probably the biggest thing, the transition. So, depending on which side we have the transition, depending on which side we have the portal, I should say. If the portal was where I had it originally, if the portal is back there, the transition will be simple. All the fire and everything else will be on this side of the room where we have the green, purple, and moon markers. So we'll just do the same thing on the other side that we're doing on this side. So we'll have, the boss will be there, and the ranged will try and, since you guys are going to be in the middle, you guys are just going to try and, stack off over there somewhere, and, set yourselves up over on that side of the room. Now, if you were on the orange marker from before, you wait for everybody to move and then you follow. And then if you were on the other side of the boss, with the gift, then you would move, somewhere out there, away from the group, but still close by. And then orange, you would just kind of congregate over there as well. Does that make sense to everybody? Is that kind of, clicking with everybody? Is anybody confused? We just kind of want to make it as smooth as possible.
I'm confused too, but
All right.
that's normal.
What are you confused about? What are you confused about?
Okay, on ranged. You want ranged still to line up on the purple side, wherever the purple portal is, right?
No. We're going to stack in the center.
What phase are you talking about, Alan?
Whenever the portals first come up, because usually...
Talking about phase 2. We're going to stack in the center.
Two, I gotta be wherever the summoners are gonna come out of.
No, you're stacking in the center. The summoners will come to you. The only reason you would have to move as a ranged is if you get the gift. When you get the gift, you want to either move behind the group, where the purple portal is, or in front of the group where the white portal is. And it'll... So, like, the first wave of gifts will move behind it towards the purple portal, and then the second wave of gifts will move in front of it. And then by that time, we'll be ready to transition, so there won't be a third wave. Does that make sense?
Yeah, basically stacked. It's just...
The only thing we're changing is where we're stacking.
Right,
yeah, but, like, we're also changing how we're moving, so I can understand how people are confused, Wardoc.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, the first wave of gifts will move behind the boss toward the purple portal, and then the second wave of gifts will move in front of the boss towards the white portal. And you're just staying in that line. It just gives us more room to maneuver, so that the ghosts will never leave that path. Now, the thing is, since we're all stacking in the middle, that'll make the Shadow Callers come to us, so that, my 2 Death Knights, we can get a pull in there and then cleave. So that makes it easier to handle the Shadow Callers, that makes it easier handling the ghosts, we get more damage on the boss. Everybody's happy. I think, anyway. Does that sound good to everybody? Is anybody still confused? Karens, are you still confused?
Well, we'll see how this goes.
Well, what are you confused about? Is there anything, like, specifically?
Not specific. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I have a general idea of exactly what you're trying to accomplish. All I can say is I want to see how it's going to work.
Let's just give it a try.
Yeah, I'll throw down markers if I need to be, mid-fight, because there's not a lot to tank in phase 2. So, Kaldos, you have an idea of what's going on? You're good to
Yep.
go? Okay, cool. So let's give it a shot. Hopefully this will make it easy, and we'll avoid a lot of frustration tonight. So let's ready check.
Did I mention?
What's
Did I
up?
miss?
You missed.
There's, if this is the exclamation where the gift goes in front on the other side by the line of the ghost. Is that what it is?
Okay, you missed. We're trying something new.
Okay.
So
I missed it.
we're stacking in the middle in phase 2 now. The reason for this is because it'll give us a lot more room to maneuver for the gift. So the first wave of gifts are going to move behind the boss toward the purple portal, but still in line with the glue path. So you'll just move out of the group, overlap your gifts, being as close to the group as possible without nuking us, but still, off the group, toward the purple portal. The second wave of gifts will move toward the white portal, and they're going to do the same thing. They're going to move just far away enough where, they're off the group, but, they're...
You want to be as close to the line that Kaldos draws as possible. On either side of it.
That's not what I'm saying.
Well, that's what you want, though.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I want. Because if they're close to the line as possible, they're close to their ghost. I want them as close to the group as possible without overlapping us with the gift.
That's what I'm saying, though.
You said the line, though.
But towards the path of the line. So then they're at the path of the line.
You want to be in line with the line, yes.
That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah. On either side of the line, but just as close to the group as possible.
Okay, so basically, if this is the line, and this is the group, I want you to be, closer to the group than to the line. But yes, in the path, in line with the path. But that's basically all we're changing, is first wave of gifts are moving behind the boss, second wave of gifts are moving in front of the boss, and by that time, we're pushing damage on the boss to be ready to transition.
So we're not going to be standing by a red portal, we're going to stand in the middle.
Right.
I'm gonna be taunting. He's gonna run over to the group anyway, but I'm gonna taunt him when he gets close.
Copy.
So, hopefully this gives enough people enough room to maneuver with the gift. Because we're all stacked in the middle, the shadow callers are gonna run to us, so we might be able to get a Death Knight pull on them and cleave them out, and then that makes that easier. The ghosts will be handled a little bit easier, so that's not chaotic, and it's just clean and organized this way.
Can I get a stack?
Attack power. Alright. Do another ready check, and Dark Repulse and Alexia, you guys ready? Everybody is ready? Let's go. Same deal in phase 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, taunt him up. First blow. Here comes the orb. Second blow. Taking him. Charge. Move to the right. You guys want to move behind the boss. So, go through him. Yeah. Prison. Oh, that's fine. I'll just turn him. Charge again. I got the first interrupt.
My soul itself shall strike you down.
Summer gets the second interrupt.
I'm next.
Better get it quick.
Dominator's
sack in the
coming
center,
out.
Please sack in the center. The closer you are in the center, the better.
Gift.
Gifts, move behind towards the purple portal. I got this interrupt. Summer got that one.
Got this one.
Which means I've got the next one. Summer? Liz? Summer, try and pull that shadow caller. I've got this one. We got ghosts coming through. On the Dominator. Gifts? Move ahead of the group.
Odessa.
And of course, we've got shadow callers everywhere, guys.
Get me up. Mass Dispel.
Go ahead and let all interrupts come through and finish off the ads.
It is too good for you, pitiful soul.
Stay put, guys. Ghosts coming
Ghost
through.
down.
Kneel before me.
Alright. We got a fair amount of people up. No, we've got 4 DPS and a healer dead. Go ahead and wipe it up. Standing fire. Unless we have a res. Do we have a res?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, standing fire. Well, people are already standing on fire, so. Alright, so biggest thing. One question. Caldas, could you make the blue path any closer to the portal without, you know, running into the ghosts?
You mean like close to the white portal?
Yeah, closer to the portal. Like, can you, like, start the path closer to the portal or no? Like, were you at the portal when you
it was
ended?
pretty close to the portal.
Okay.
I mean, I had 2 paths and they were pretty close. Maybe a little bit. Do you mean like to where the glue wasn't close to the middle? You mean?
Yeah, my goal is to create a little bit more space because people
Yeah.
looked at that. The other thing is, the people who moved towards the purple portal, you guys moved too far away. Well, I shouldn't say it like that. You guys, well, you want to move closer. Actually, you want to move closer to the purple portal. I know that's like really confusing the way I just said it, but like you want to move closer to the purple portal so that like basically what we're trying to accomplish is we're trying to be sandwiched in between you guys' gifts. The group is trying to get sandwiched in between you guys' gifts, and if you can overlap your circles, we want to condense the space. You have more space to move now, but you want to condense that space. So, because, you know, those are danger zones for the rest of the group, so, and you. But you don't want to be too far away where you're out of range of healers. The other thing is, Shadow Callers got immensely out of hand. They cannot be ignored. You need to pay attention to them. Melee, you guys have, you know, the Dominator, and range, you guys are dealing with the the shadow callers when you can. You know, so you can't have, you know, everybody ignoring those.
That's where it was a little confusing.
Yeah. Well,
initially,
if we can get them into the group, it's one thing. You know, with the melee cleaving, that's, you know, they're gonna go down quick. If they're out, you know, hitting the people with the gift or, you know, what have you, you need attention. That's why I was like, you know, can we get a pull on them? You know, did we get any, you know, confirmation on that? Did we even try that, or, you know?
Well, no. Well, the problem is.
I was talking about Death Knights. Did we try pulling the Shadow Callers?
Yeah, I pulled one.
Okay. Well, I didn't see that, so I don't know if you thought you did or if it died. You know, but
no, it died shortly after I called it, but I saw it call.
But you know, we need to, you know, try and consistently be doing that. You know, Gorpine's Grass, that's another one that really good one that works. You know, if you can get them, how far is that range? Gorpine's Grass.
20 yards.
Yeah, so if they get in range, if the gift guys are close enough, and you guys Gorpine Grasp on me, then they'll all come to me. So that's another thing you guys can do.
Yeah, I just talented into that for this fight.
But, you know, overall, you know, we got out of that, you know, that second phase really, really quickly because of the damage that was done. We just need to tweak our positioning a little bit because, you know, it was really uncomfortable in the center there for a little bit.
The ghost kind of eat us.
There was a lot of ghosts that came through.
Are we still... Well, that's the other thing is when we're transitioning like that, guys, if you go off and chase things, ghosts come off that path. So we need to keep that in consideration when you're running around. The ghosts are then gonna be running around. So, you know, we have to be careful about that. You know, you still want to be in that line. You know, range, it's a little easier for you guys to go and chase Shadow Callers. That's why I was like saying, you know, if we can get a pull on those Shadow Callers, melee cleave, that's like the best result for those Shadow Callers. If we can get them right on top of the boss. And then the ghosts will handle themselves. And then we've got the ads. And then the boss, you know, destroys the robot. I'll take the robot off to the side, and then that'll be the end of that. You know, you guys can stay in the middle until the ghosts are dead. Ranged, you guys can hit the ghosts, and then, you know, you get set up just like you do in phase 1. You get range, get stack, and melee on the boss. It's really easy in theory, and if we keep calm and we just, you know, take it step by step, you know, we'll get it. It's really difficult if you panic or you just, you know, go every which way. You really need to be concerned about your positioning. So let's give it another shot. Caldos, did you feel like that worked better for your glue pass setup?
What was really good is to have a fixed point. I think that helps a lot. Have a fixed point, I think helps a lot. That's a good idea.
Okay. Everybody is ready, so let's give it another shot.
Five, 4, 3, 2,
3 potions?
1.
You killed me once, mortals. It will not happen
Take him.
again.
There we go.
Kneel before
First blow. We're gonna have an orb. We're gonna have another blow, and then we're gonna have the charge right behind it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Taking him. Charge on Wardoc. And then we're gonna have another blow. Orb.
5, 4, beware.
Prison.
1.
Watch out, range. We're gonna have another. Never mind. First interrupt. I am lagging, so I don't know if I got that.
Yeah, I just got like quick as well.
Summer. Unless it's me again. I think it's
No,
me
I didn't
again.
use mine. I just used mine.
Gift is coming, get ready.
Towards the purple portal. Oh, I'm lagging like something else. I got this one. Summer. Liz.
I just accidentally hit mine.
Apocalypse. I just realized Scorpion's Grasp works if you're targeting the boss and use it too, so.
Yep.
There's that. Got this one. Summer, get the next one.
What'd you get on the ghost?
Got it.
Get these ghosts down. Good job.
I got the interrupt right before he should.
Gift.
Yes, move in front.
Vampiric Embrace.
Cobblers.
Get these ghosts down. Turn on them. Good job.
Alright, we can transition. Let the interrupts through, finish off the ads.
The shadows falling down.
More ghosts.
Stay in line of the path, guys. Let interrupts go through, please.
Okay, get these ghosts down.
Just for future reference, Caldos, when we're trying to transition, trapping actually hurts us.
Oh, okay.
Because now we have to break the crystal in order to kill the ghosts.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Right, take the boss.
Okay, range. Get on the side with the ghosts.
Path is gone. And take the boss. Thank you. Yeah, see? The group half is gone and now everybody's getting hurt by the ghosts. So go ahead and wipe it up.
That was much better, but I got mass res.
Whoops. Well, I have repairs if you need them.
I mean, the trap idea was fine if you only had damage from above. You know what I mean? Like a hunter with his shower of arrows or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Like barrage.
Whatever
Barrage.
it's called. That's it. I never played
But
hunter.
that's the thing is it doesn't hurt them because they are in the trap.
Oh, they would take you damage in the trap.
But they take much less damage.
Yeah,
I see what you mean.
they take reduced damage. So trapping actually hurts us. So we wanted to let them go and walk along that path, and like that's the biggest thing is when we're finishing off the ads, we want to stay put. You know, we just want to stop interrupts on the ads. We want to, you know, if you can't reach the shadow callers because of the gift, you hit the boss. You know, and then the range two are close enough to the boss. You know, if you're not working on shadow callers, once all the shadow callers are down and, you know, we're transitioning, I'm taking the robot away. You know, you just focus on the ghosts. Don't move because then the ghosts go everywhere. But let them walk along that path, and then when you can, you know, you're gonna hit the boss until you're finally able to reach them, and then when you can reach them, you nuke them. You know, it's as simple as that. You know, so it's about being calm. It's about being, you know, kind of patient with it, and just kind of letting it roll its course.
I think it's working out much better this way.
I get a lock portal, please, while I reload.
No, Camry.
Gonna reload quickly. You summon her up. Okay, cool.
She's not here yet, but we summoned her.
Yes, she is.
There she is. Probably getting into TS. Unless she needs it.
Just in case.
What dropped on Gorpine?
The procs here.
That's funny. I did it on a pug, and it was proc tier as well.
Yeah, it's been consistently proc tier in Guild Raid. And then we had, what was it? It was a proc tier and Healy Cloak. It dropped. That was it. Let me do a ready check quick.
User entered your channel.
Welcome. I like that little add-on you got there, Lycon. It reminds me of stats without being yelled at. Basically, you know, you want to be on the other side when we transition back into phase 1, Basically, we're just trying to get away from the fire. You know, so we're trying to do the same set that we have over here, but somewhere else. It's just like, you know, we're just getting away from the fire. You want to aim it to the right of the range group. So, I can give you a marker to kind of... So, to the right of that purple marker, towards that back corner. Like, that's the biggest thing. You know, because if there's a portal that appears where we put the pre-fire, then, yeah, you want to aim it towards the right of wherever the range group stacks. Which, you know, that's the biggest thing, is it's not like we're gonna, like, always be on the other side of the room. It's just like, we want to get stacked, we want to, you know, set up a little, you know, we want to get organized, get set. So what will probably end up happening is, we'll actually stay in the middle, and I'll just pull the robot off the middle. So, because we're already stacked in the middle. Actually, I think that might actually work better for the transition. What do you guys think? What do you think, Wardoc?
Say that again, sorry.
Yeah, just staying stacked in the middle, and then me pulling the robot off the middle. Because you guys are already there. The only thing would be then is that the charge goes through the middle. But if you guys aim it to the right of the group, it shouldn't.
I don't know. I think that would make people move a lot more. I don't know. I don't know. Right.
Good answer. Well, let's ready check and try it again. Gamma, we're stacking in the middle now. If you get gift, move. First wave of gifts are moving towards the purple portal. Second wave of gifts moving towards the white portal.
User disconnected from your channel.
Yeah. Stacking in the middle. I don't know who that was.
You want Gam to go DPS? I think we're good on healers.
User entered your channel.
You do... What? You don't have a DPS spec?
I think she does. She just doesn't want a DPS.
Come on.
Well, it's only for one pool, because Alexio, I think, is getting tired.
Alright.
So it's up to you, Gam. Whatever you think will help the best. But decide quickly. I would, but cross server, and I don't have any peace on me. Peace, please. Peace, please. Okay, never mind.
Really?
What was that?
Well, somebody hit hero.
Not me.
Well, we gotta tag the boss, so... Everybody over to the door. On the countdown, hit the boss. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump out. Do the top, guys. Alright, and Alexio, you'll still want to roll main spec for the trinket if it drops, correct? So you're still rolling main spec disc? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Think you're the only one who can use it anyway. Yeah. Everybody is ready, so let's go ahead and DBM pool.
Five, four, three,
Free potions?
1.
Death could not stop me. How do you hope to?
Taken.
Beware.
No prison? Of course, right on top of the boss. Got the first interrupt. Or do I? Down there?
I got third.
I'm lagging.
Dominator. Gifts going out.
Towards purple. I got this next one. Summer, then Liz. Crop whips. Let me know if you eat your interrupt, please. I got that
Mine.
one. Summer. Liz.
It's getting close.
Gift.
Gifts move in front of the ghost path. Alright, get him to 50% and then we're gonna transition. I got the next interrupt. Liz? Alright, let interrupts go through. Don't move, just focus on that.
Get those ghosts down.
You cannot control it. It is mine.
We got a bunch of shadow crawlers.
Oh my goodness, guys. What is happening? What happened there? Why did the ghost get through? Go ahead and wipe it up. Why did the ghost get through? Were people standing off the path? Were you not using the orb or the bash? Can I get an answer?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking anybody. Like, why did the ghost get through? Like, that was so perfect until the ghost got through.
I couldn't see from where I was. The other side of the boss. But...
Who was the closest to the ghost path?
User disconnected from your channel.
Who were the two people who were, you know, with Gift on the ghost path?
I don't know who was to the left
So
of
they
me.
didn't die fast enough. Were they coming off the path?
No, I was right in front of the path.
So they just were not getting enough damage on them.
I'm not sure what was going on behind me.
So that particular batch of ghosts did not die, even though they did not come off the path. So that tells me that they didn't have a smash or an orb thrown on them.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so we gotta make sure that we get that for this next attempt, please. Let me relog real quick because this lag is fucking annoying.
Or any snipers and interrupt because someone left.
I think she's only going for a little bit, but Dark Repulse can pick up on it. So you're gonna be second interrupt, buddy. Which means, you know, Liz, call out yours and try not to get second interrupt at all. Because, like, he has no way of telling us he's got eaten without typing.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's our focus. You know, when we're getting ready to transition, I want everybody to stay calm. I want, you know, just perform your role. You know, everybody knows what they have to do. The shadow callers are going to be going out. You know, like I said, if we can get Gorfine's grasp on them, on the boss or on me, you know, that's the perfect scenario. You know, you can walk out to them. You know, and you know, because it's 20-yard range, so you can walk out to them and Gorfine's grasp me. You know, you want to try to avoid the gifts as much as possible, you know, or pop a personal, walk into the gifts, Gorfine grasp me, and then walk out, you know. One tick of the gift is not going to kill you, so. Unless, you know, you don't have any health.
Yeah.
But. Alright. Power buff, please. Everybody is ready, so let's do the M4.
5, 4, 3,
3 potions.
1.
Death could not stop me. How do you hope to? Kneel before me. Run away, little girl.
More lag. Understand this.
I think it's the server I'm lagging too.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Charge.
I got him, Caldos.
Run away, little girl. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Prison. Thank you, Trinket.
No! The binding! I cannot control! My soul itself shall strike you down! Citadel, to me! 3, 2...
Alright, Liz.
Got it.
Dominator up.
Gift?
Yes, move towards the purple. I got this one. Get underneath the boss. Odessa, move back a little bit.
Got it.
I got the next one.
You guys are not in line. You got to get in line with the path. Starlock.
Liz, next one. Yes, move in front.
These ghosts.
Gotta interrupt. Start. And then Liz, and then we're gonna let the interrupts go through.
Okay.
And stay put, guys. Finish off the shadow callers.
Ghosts.
Finish off the ghosts.
Stay in line. Alright, good job.
Alright. You don't have gift. Range, get stacked. Thank you, Trinket. Take him, Caldos. To the right of the group. Pick up Alan if we can. Pull him out of the fire a little bit and get closer. Why did you move that, like, stupidly? To the right of the... We're running out of space here, guys. To the right. Oh shit, I took him. Take him back, please. I'm gonna let mine drop off. I'm gonna take him. Alright. Everybody do the best you can to get stacked in the middle, and once we get set, once the Dominator goes down, we're gonna pop Hero. Guard. Liz.
Dominator's up.
I said once the Dominator goes down, we're gonna pop hero.
Gift.
Yes, moving behind. Shadows are trapping the ghosts, and we're gonna full DPS. Dark, get the next one. Combat pots if you haven't used them. Dark, get the next one.
I got
Liz,
that
get
one.
the next one. Dark, get the next one, please. Somebody get the next one. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
It almost fell apart quick. Alright, good job, guys. Very, very good job. When we think about it and we're doing it, you know, with a clear head and we don't panic, you know, it's a good time. Alright, Protector tier. Good night for Protector. Oh, okay. I was lagging like a whore too, so there's that. Galdos, you have Protector?
No, I guess I don't. I guess I don't.
Well, is that... Well, I guess I should check that too. Is that your third piece, Fire? Or is that your fourth? I see 3.
Oh, give it to Fire.
There's only 2.
For sure.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter, you won the roll. Let me, see, get this thing out of my way. Haste versatility. Risks. Zool. Nobody needs these gloves for main spec, off spec. DE. Odessa's here now, so.
Yeah, but that's here to whoop
And then, Crit Mastery, crossbow. Alright, there you go, Fire. Fire, tonight's a good night for you.
It is. I need a lot of power now.
Do you need enchant for her?
Yeah, because you can't use it right now. Because this is technically better.
Oh, okay.
Alright, gonna try Zool.
Ooh, I gotta change.
Who knows, I think this might be a cool clear.
Oh, wow.
That would be interesting.
We get Zool. Zool is a progression boss, and then there's Tyrant. And,
Mamaroth.
Mamaroth and Archimon. So. And this is only the second raid night, so we're on Zool on Monday, at the very least. So we're getting there. We're getting full clear heroic.
Okay, I'm directionally challenged again. Green hallway,
Green
right?
hallway. Are you in the center?
Not anymore. I'm in the green hallway.
Okay. Look for the blood elf. Knowing our luck, though, he'll drop Protector tier.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I know you're okay with it, Mister. I've gotten nothing but loot tonight.
I mean, think about it. It only took me 34 kills on Nanoroth to get that chest.
Bento work, from what I'm aware of. Gotta redo your freezing trap.
I missed.
I can just sap this guy, right? No, because someone hit him.
Wardoc's tanking him.
I'll finish off the first guy.
I didn't realize someone came back.
Oh boy. It's like very ballsy there, Wardoc.
I needed those bleached bones, dude. Thanks.
No problem.
Alright. I want to try something new.
Oh boy. Okay.
Because it will eliminate the need to move around. And I don't know. It'll kind of flow better if mistakes are made. Look how we're gonna tank the bosses right here. And green is gonna be dropped along the edge, but preferably behind us. That'll make it easier for melee. And then it's not so much a hectic hassle if you guys don't drop it on the green marker. You just have to drop it on the edge as usual. And then over here, it's just going to be the same thing. We're going to take them on X, and then we're going to attempt to drop it on purple. But again, you know, right, that'll make it easier for melee, but ranged, if you can't make it to purple, it's not a big deal. Especially with the kiting of void fiends. That way it's not all on ranged or all on melee. So that'll give some space for the void fiends. And then, range, you want to spread out around moon. And then orange, just spread out. And then when we come to phase 3 and 4, we'll come to blue. And then we'll run the surges to whatever side they need to be run to. And, clear fire.
So we're dropping Fel Surge on green?
We're going to attempt to, but that's primarily for the melee, because the biggest problem with the other strat is the melee had to run across the entire group to get to the drop point, and they were losing a lot of DPS as a result on the imps. Now they can just quick come back, and because their range is spread out, this entire area by the time we got to purple was covered in fire anyway. So this leaves a little bit less room for error. It makes it easier for the melee to drop it closer to the edge. And then the range can just drop it near the edge if, they can't make it to green. This controls it a little bit better, and we don't have such a big DPS loss.
Okay, so we're dropping the green basically in 1/4 of the circle, between the stairs and the green marker.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you.
So we're just trying to contain it, and we're going to try and drop it behind the boss for the melee, and then if the range can't make it to that point, or if it's a million miles away, just drop it to the closest edge. That way it's, in this quadrant, and then when we get to the other side, it's going to kind of be the same thing. You guys are going to be, spread out around orange, so kiting the void fiends is going to be a little bit easier. And then the void surge, if it, targets a melee, it goes on purple, but if it targets a range, just drop it on the closest edge, and then that'll keep fire a little bit easier. And then, in phase 3, we're all going to go to blue. And we're going to spread out around that kind of middle circle there. And then you're going to take the surge to you can either take it to, the green side where we had the green fire, the purple side where we had the purple fire, or if you can't make it across the middle to the other side, you can drop it towards the back of the room, where they can just meet back there. I call it the mistake side. So this would be the whoops side of the room. Does that make sense? So if you can't make it to the other side of the room, then you can just drop it up there, instead of trying to cross the middle. Does that make sense? I'm gonna do a ready check. If that makes sense to people. I guess it makes sense to people. So let's give it a shot, shall we?
So, just to be clear, we're putting the fire.
Okay. Do people have questions? That's what the ready check was for.
I'm just I'm talking. I was waiting for you done talking. Because you get mad when we interrupt. Are we putting the fire on the side where the back side of this room of the green, or on the front side?
If you cannot make it to the green marker, you are spread out. In phase 1, you're going to be spread out around the moon marker. So basically, you're going to be in this quadrant, off the edge. You don't want to be on the edge, because that's, if you cannot make it to the green marker, you're going to be dropping it to the nearest edge.
Okay, got it.
And then the same thing on the other side. Does anybody else have any other questions? Sorry, I got annoyed because that's what the ready check was for. If people had questions. So nobody has any other questions. Okay, good. Everybody's ready? Let's go ahead and begin pool.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Free potions?
1.
I have so much to show you.
I took him.
Who should be using the ring?
Dark, you can use it now.
Spell Surge going out. Get ready.
1.
There it is.
Careful of the orb. Imps coming out.
3, 2, 1.
Leg sweep.
Spell Surge.
Three, two, 1.
Spell Surge.
Where are the imps?
Damn, that's 3 for 3 surges on me.
What is a small group?
Ads going down.
Finish off those imps. Alright, go ahead and run, Caldos. Watch for imps.
No
Void
imps.
Fiend's up.
Imps back
Oh,
here.
yep, they spawned.
I have Omnis.
No, you don't.
2, 1. Beware.
You keep taking it.
Black hole.
I don't know why he keeps smacking me.
Alright, ads, guys. Get set up. Let's, I'm lagging now. That's not cool.
Beware.
Black hole.
Black hole going out. Watch your debuffs. Get those void fiends down.
3, 2, 1.
Void surge. Imps coming out.
Beware.
Black hole.
Thinking about going for a run on the next gaze. Going for a run. Or you could do it for me.
Sorry.
Lol.
Dude, you took my jam.
Beware.
Black hole. Almost going down. Everybody to the middle. Spell surge. I have purple.
There's Imps back here, guys.
Range needs to take out those imps. We need to stop exploding in the middle. Pick up Summer.
3, 2, 1.
Spell surge.
Spell surge. You guys gotta move for your surges. Even if you move to the oops I fucked up corner.
I'm gonna go clear some fire.
I'm gonna do that right now, so don't. Well, on green side anyway.
3, 2, 1.
Keep control, guys. Adds before boss. We need to move off. We got purple fire.
1.
If you move the boss, I can clear that purple.
Yeah, I'm working on it, but he's hard to move. Why'd you... Okay.
Alright. My bark skin.
Alright, everybody underneath the boss. Finish off the ads.
Oh shit.
Got a res.
Get me up.
Get him up, please.
Over by purple.
3, 2, 1.
Careful, got purple creeping up.
1.
Fuck.
Alright, Kaldos. You and Wardoc.
Flash, flash.
Come on. No! What?
Oh, 1%. Wow.
That was a lot easier, it seemed.
So close.
Oh, man. My heart. It's going fucking crazy right now, guys. We've got this.
We got this fucker.
We just need to, like, the little things. The very, very little things. You know, so, like, moving the surges and the like, if you've got surge, don't cross the middle. There was a lot of explosions that went off, that were because people were, you know, not moving to the surges. You need to move towards that oops I fucked up corner, you know, and drop it back there. Explodes back there, it's harmless, so, you know, because we're nowhere near it. So, you know, get it cleared and, you know, get it dropped. The ads, you know, there's a lot of things that there were a lot of casts of the Fell Orb that were getting off needlessly in that third phase, so we need to get set. Phase 3, get set, and then, you know, we can get rolling. This is really close, guys. We've got 10 minutes. can we get this down in 10 minutes? You know, how bad do you guys want this?
Well, I'm ready, but I'm eating.
That's not new. I guess I should wait for people to come back, huh?
Might help.
I must excuse what? Oh. Oh, the GAM thing, yeah. Well, I mean, her life as well. So. It's natural. Exactly, wow. I'm a rude person, you should know this. And maybe one day. But that was really, really, really good, guys. We improved by like, it was like night and day. Wardoc, don't take my job. Okay. It was cool until you took the gold car. Alright, everybody's ready. For the info. Focus, guys, focus. Get back in the zone.
4,
3 potions?
1.
I'm gonna pull him back a little bit. There we go. Take him back.
Surge going out. Get ready.
2, 1.
Got a leg sweep for these in.
Surge.
They're aiming for my statue. Oh my gosh, that's an interesting discovery.
3, 2.
You like your statue.
Surge. Odds going down.
Alright, go ahead and go, Talos. Everybody else, kill these imps. Alright, get moving. Where's my friend on this? Well, he chose Kaldos. We gotta pull him off the purple fire a bit. I'm gonna go for a run on the next one. Black hole, watch your debuffs. Going for a run. Ironbark, please. Oh, poo.
Beware.
Black hole. Don't engage, get away from me and gonna explode.
What
Why
happened?
What just happened?
We all blew up apparently.
Why did you guys blow up?
I think there was some fell under that black hole.
You guys gotta watch your debuffs going into the black hole. If you are spell touched at all, you blow up everybody. So let's wipe it up quick, and we got 5 minutes. That was careless. Let's bounce back from it. I just want to take you guys on a short trip down memory lane for my guys who have been here forever. Remember when we spent like a month and a half on this guy? Just hammering our heads against it, and you know, just kind of, you know, getting annoyed. Riz, you want to hear? Shut up. Getting annoyed with the void fiends and the fire, and you know, everything else. You know, leaving those nights frustrated and, you know, just overall annoyed with this game. A lot of us wanted to quit because, you know, it was tough and, yeah, it didn't look like it was getting any easier. Well, this is our moment. This is our moment to take it all back. This is our moment to conquer this. How bad do we want it? Let's get into a mode that I know that we can get into. I've seen it multiple times when we want something. There's 110% focus, 110% awareness. I know we can do this. So let's give it our very best.
Ooh, I need to eat. I always forget.
That's not surprising. Yes, you can have pops.
I got him.
Well, I'm gonna give him his own stack, so hold on to yours.
I have 2 stacks, it's fine.
Well, that's why we lost. Alright, then you ready then? You good to go? Okay. Let's go ahead and BB and pull.
Five, four, three, two,
3 potions?
1.
I'll bring him back just a little bit. I'm gonna taunt him. Oh yeah, my discovery. I found out that the imps will sometimes target the statue, so I can pretty much predetermine whether to
Surge?
correct their spell load. So if I put the statue where the fire needs to go, if it lands, it will always land on the fire. No, not lag.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, leg sweep going out.
Spell Surge.
Get those imps gone.
Three, two, one.
Surge.
Alright. Ad went down. Imps are up. Everybody else focus on those imps.
No life shall remain. Servants of the void, swallow.
Alright, Void Fiend's up. Imps up. Get on this side, please. Don't be kiting Void Fiends over there, because then we'll have a black hole over there. Leg sweep going out.
3, 2, 1. Beware.
Black hole.
Watch your debuffs going in. Withering Gaze going for a run. Iron Bark, please.
Beware.
Black hole, watch your debuffs.
Yep, fire knife boss.
Watch your, well, not anymore. Watch your debuffs, guys. Watch the Void Fiends. We got people exploding Void Fiends underneath the boss. We gotta be careful about that. Leg sweep going out.
Black hole.
Lots of purple fire.
I'm gonna clear by the stairs. Get away from there.
This lag needs to quit.
Beware.
Just a second.
On this down towards the center. We still have all of our I got purple.
3, 2, 1.
On ads.
3, 2, 1.
After this one, I'm making a run towards green.
3, 2, 1.
Away from green side.
I'm pulling him off. I'm gonna explode. I'm gonna explode.
3, 2, 1.
Spell surge. We need purple cleared.
3, 2,
We need ads down, guys. There's a lot of ads.
Yeah, I blew up.
Clearing purple.
Okay, we gotta stop with the void fiends underneath the boss, guys. That's what's murdering us more than anything else right now.
You got room by the stairs towards the void side.
I'm lagging, like,
There's
really
a clear,
badly.
it's pretty clear there.
Let's get Liz up.
Green side, guys.
Of course. Can we get Sarlacc up too?
Yep, he's done our res.
Get those ads down, guys. Caldos, you've got to move.
3, 2, 1.
Spell surge. Move, guys. Remember your health stones.
Do you left now? Oh no.
Drums, anything. Somebody needs the drums. Our
Don't search,
fucking.
go green.
Thank you.
Dead.
Pedal backwards, Caldo, if you got room.
3, 2, 1.
Fire got out of control. Incredibly out of control.
We need a shaman.
No, we don't need a shaman. We need people to pay attention, is what it is. We had Void Fiend Fire dropped underneath the boss I don't know how many times. We've got people just, you know, exploding on top of the boss, you know, because of the foul orbs. We need people to pay attention. I mean, sure, a gimmick is nice, but like, it's learning and learning and doing the mechanics is what wins fights, not gimmicks. So, we're gonna call it there. You know, we'll leave off there on Monday. So, if you're unsure about that fight on Heroic, please look up a guide.
User disconnected from your channel.
OS is really good, and so is Fat Boss.
Does anyone need a time walking? Because I need to do it still.
I can do one.
Yep, I need a couple.
Alright, someone can start the group.
I'll come. If there's room.
Caldo's tanking. Or healing, I don't know what he's doing.